for questions.
Okay. We're very pleased to move on to the next round. I was very, very impressed with North Carolina Pembroke program, the football team, the way they hit, the way they were prepared. I think our defense, obviously, we covered with 8 all day long and rushed 3 most of the time. Every once in a while we'd send a linebacker. I think that wasn't many places to throw the football. The whole key to that on our defensive side of the ball is being able to stop the run, and that's where our strength is with these 2 guys. And in my opinion, we got the best linebacker group I've ever coached. Well, it may be in the country, and they make plays. The defensive front's fast, and so we're able to stop the run. And we did this against Valdosta, and we did it against Tarleton. Creates turnovers when you drop that many people. Get a lot of tip balls. Ball bounced our way some. We were very fortunate there. And offensively, I thought we played really, really well. I don't believe we turned the ball over on offense. And besides that one little stretch after that punt, I thought Michael Schuster made a great play on that punt to just get it off, to catch it first of all, and get it off. Our long snapper got hurt two weeks ago, and after the year, and David Williams was trying to fill in for him and doing a good job. Just had one little high. I thought the kicking game, they soundly beat us in the kicking game all day long. We were leading the nation in fewest yards returned in punts. Gave a long punt. We've been doing a great job in kickoff coverage and kicking it out of the end zone. Never did that. Our punt team, we missed an extra point. So they did a great job, and that's coaching. They did a good job coaching there. And overall, I was just real pleased. Played a really good football team and a really good program. You can tell how it was a class program, and we were honored to be here.
Coach, how do you feel that playing the extra week instead of having the bye week, it helped your team out, helped build momentum at this game? Y'all won 9 straight now.
Yeah, we lost 2 players last year, one an All-American, last week. So, you got a bye. We were playing really well. We didn't get the bye. The good part of that is we get to keep the momentum and keep going, and that was good. But playing the game, we lost 2 great players, and so it's kind of give and take there. And Floyd Jones did a great job of taking Caleb Massey's place. Caleb was a first-team All-American last year, and one of our leaders, and he tore ligaments in his ankle. So I think it did help momentum-wise. I think it helped our offense and the rhythm that we were in, because we're playing really at a high level ever since we lost to Delta in the 3rd game. To start 1 and 2, we've averaged over 40 points a game scoring on offense, and so playing good to help continue.
But they were only giving up 90 yards rushing the game, but obviously the plan was still to run the ball.
Well, our plan normally is, but at the same time, we're going to try to take what they give you. I hadn't looked at the stats, so I felt like we were playing balanced. I thought we were throwing it and running it most of the day, and we found a little play there right before half that they didn't really have an answer for until halftime. They made a nice adjustment at halftime, and that got us our first touchdown. And we got great running backs: Lamonte, Chris Coffey, Diamond Simmons, Marcus Goodlow. Our quarterbacks are both tough and smart and can run and throw, and very unselfish group.
Did it surprise you all that after they went up in the second half, you guys answered with a sustained drive, turnover, and a sustained drive? Is that sort of what you've come to expect this year?
Well, I think obviously that was where we kind of were able to take control of the game, and I shouldn't say take control. We get these guys made some great plays on the interceptions to score, to really break open the game. But turnovers, if you don't, I think we lead GSC. I think we're in the top something, I don't know, 15 or so in the country in turnover ratio. And turnovers are our friend again today. Not doing it and getting some.
Lamonte talked about the way you were able to find some holes against them. You talked about their defense and how tough it was, but you seem to be able to find some creases in it.
Yes, sir. They had real good linebackers, and our offensive line. The coaches preached on them all week to play better than last week, and they really stepped up. Did a pretty good job.
What about the first touchdown run where you made the cut?
Keith Jones, he got pulled for the linebacker, and he made a great block, so I cut off him and cut back left, and Chris Simpson had a great block on the sideline, so he kind of walled him off for the score.
Yeah, talk about the defensive plan, and obviously y'all going to go with the three-man front. Is it tough to, watch them run the ball a little bit and be patient like that?
Yeah, because as linebackers, our first job is to really run first and then go pass. But we know they like to pass the ball a lot. We try to control the pass and force them to run it a little bit more and then play into our hands. And we just had a great scheme. The coach made good calls and put us spots to make plays.
Obviously, a big turning point was the final 8 minutes or so when you guys had the 2 interceptions for touchdowns. I mean, what can you say about those plays and kind of how those played out?
Well, I think that once Tavarius intercepted his pass and scored, Gabe couldn't let him up, and so he had to get one too. These 2 guys are really special people, and they're very close. And I thought they were both outstanding plays. It was just looked like he kind of just barely about an inch underthrew the ball over the middle, and Tavarius went up to the highest point and was able to get it. And then on the one on Gabe's, the ball was just kind of batted around. He caught it right off the ground, and that's a pretty good play for linebackers that make as many tackles as they do. When you're making 80, 90, 100 tackles for the year, and I think that was our defense's 6th score this year, 5th, 5 on interceptions, 1 on a fumble recovery. So our defense has really been able to do that. Ironic thing is, the first 2 games we didn't get a turnover, and since then it's been like, we've been fortunate every week in making things happen.
I think he just backhanded complimenting you guys, saying you guys don't have good hands. I think that's what he's saying. I think that's what he's just trying to explain, that you guys aren't skill guys. That's a skill guy. You guys aren't. I think that's what Coach has said. Coach, talk about the UNC that in the second half, you guys had lost kind of the momentum because they scored. Did you just go back and say, okay, we're going back to basics? And
You're talking about at halftime?
yeah, well, in the second half, because you guys got the kickoff and they stopped you, and then they came in and they got that punt return and then scored. Did you guys just say, okay, we're going to get back to basics, and we're just going to, get some sustained drive, and you guys just kind of get back? We're going to go back and do what we do best.
I'd have to ask Cody Gross. He calls the plays, and give him all the credit for doing that. And Chris Willis on defense. We've got a great coaching staff, and I didn't see in myself. I didn't feel or see anything that was different. It's just execution. We didn't really make any adjustments on defense at all. Offensively, we didn't run things that we normally don't run. So it's just every time I ask Cody on Sunday, what can we do? So we got to do what we do, and that's true. And that's what we, you got to be good at something and hang your hat on it. And we're obviously good at the power and the quarterback power and the read option, keeping the read zone, and the counting. And those are the plays we run. We do a great job of reading linebackers and throwing, and that's real unique. You got a stop route out there where a linebacker's responsible for getting underneath him, run a zone right at him. He doesn't have yet. He's got to make a decision. Is he going to take the run, or is he going to get out? Luke and Jacob both do a great job of pulling it and hitting that guy. So it's tough to stop, and as long as we're executing, and we must execute pretty good today.
Tavarius, talk about playing these great quarterbacks. You guys just seem to step up against them every time. You guys just look at it as a challenge. What's the key there?
Yeah, coming into the game, we knew he was a good quarterback. We watched for him, and he likes to throw the ball around quite a bit. But that's why we went to the 3-man front to stop the pass and try to force them into a run.
Can I get that on film sent to me? That's the most words I've heard him say.
What about you, Gabe? Talk about playing against a good passing team.
Like T said, we know he was a Harlan Hill candidate, and we know they can sling the ball around a lot. I think 3 or 4 of their players in double digit with receptions on the year, as far as receiver wise. So we know we had to just lock down coverage and just do our job. Watch a lot of film, have a good preparation, and anticipate the ball being thrown and just make plays when we have to.
Bobby, of course, obviously they scored, but Filbert's interception, Lamar, they were huge plays, weren't they, stopping drive?
Oh, absolutely, especially Lamar. I can't remember exactly what drive it was, but they were getting down there close to score, and you know, we double teamed number 17 on the backside. He's a great player. Probably gonna see him play on Sundays, and what I've seen on film. And we doubled him on the backside, and probably they finally hit him with a slam, and the safety overran him. But that was Lamar's job, was to jam him on the backside, and then the safety over the top, and kind of gave up some screen plays into the boundary because Lamar was concentrating on him so hard. It was sinking real far because he's got the flats, and they hurt us a little bit there. But Lamar's interception, I thought, was huge in the game. Because anytime you get an interception, it's great. You know, we got fortunate, just like the ball hitting them on the punt. You know, that should have been a bad play on our part, bad snap. Schuster makes a great play. There's no way their guy could know that ball was coming like that, and it hits them, and we recovered. And we lost our composure there after that, and had the penalties, and very disappointed in that. But you know, that's kind of the way the game went for us there in the second half. Again, we'll take Pembroke as an excellent football team.
I feel like they played more disciplined today.
Except for that little moment, and that was a penalty on the sideline, and you know, it was, we played better. I don't comment on it, but the holding was a good call. I don't really know what he said on the sideline, you know, but that's something I will address, and it won't happen to make young men again.
What about traveling again? Didn't seem like you guys.
I've told Todd that Bartman that we've got to set the record, school record for most mileages in a season. We've been from the east, you know, all over the place in the last month and a half. But so this team doesn't mind. We played well on the road. Kind of fun, to be honest with you. Get out away from all the distractions. We love our home field, playing at home, but you know, it's the way it is.
Lamonte, what does it mean to move on like this?
It's great, man. I'll be glad to go practice tomorrow. glad we get another opportunity. So, I love this guy, and I want to last as long as we can make it last.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.